Welcome to the NPTE Final Frontier podcast, helping one student at a time. Visit npteff.com to enroll today so you can pass tomorrow. Thank you for joining us here on the NPTE Final Frontier podcast. My name is David.
And my name is Emily. Today, we will be discussing the 2 or 3 phase approach to studying for the NPTE. Now, there's only one thing standing in the way of you becoming a licensed physical therapist or physical therapy assistant, and that is the licensure exam. Now, Final Frontier provides their students with endless amounts of resources to help them succeed and pass the NPTE. And one of those resources is this 2 or 3 phase approach to studying.
Now, throughout your study preparation, there will be 2 or 3 course phases. If you are a physical therapist or PT student, the course is going to be broken down into 3 phases. If you're a physical therapist assistant or PTA student, then the course is going to be broken down into 2 phases.
Okay, so the first 2 phases are the same for both PTs and PTAs. I want to say that again, that's important. The first 2 phases, so phase 1 and phase 2, are both the same for PTs and PTAs, while the third phase is PT specific. So phase 3 is only for PT students. Now, phase 1 is what I'm going to discuss now. Phase 1 is what we consider our acute phase. This is kind of that warm-up phase. This is where we want to start introducing basic information and concepts and really just start to hit the ground running with our study preparations. Now, I know it can be very overwhelming to figure out where to start, especially since you are provided with so many amazing resources. But with all of those resources, it can be challenging to figure out what to study, when to study it, how to best organize your time and your studying schedule. Because let's face it, time is valuable at this point. We don't have all day and we don't have endless amounts of time to prepare. So we want to make sure we are using our time efficiently and effectively. And one great way to do that is Final Frontier actually offers a detailed timetable, a detailed study schedule for all of the enrolling students that can help keep you on track. So that's an awesome tool to use as well if you're a Final Frontier student. Another main thing to think about is the NPTE blueprint. You always want to keep the NPTE blueprint in mind. Do you want to go a little bit more into that, David?
Yeah, for sure. So with that NPTE blueprint, I think it's very important how we spoke about phase 1 and phase 2 with the PTs and PTAs having overlapping content. Well, according to that NPTE blueprint, which is available by the FSBPT, those content regions are overlapping. So they are going to have similar to the same content. So that's okay that both of those are going to overlap at times. But phase 2 is going to be our subacute phase. When we start to dive further into the topics, further into the textbooks, further into your weaknesses, you do not have to touch and go during this one. You can dive right in there. If there is a weakness that you're having, do not just let it be. Do not wait till phase 3. Go into that detail. Make sure you cover that weakness. Make sure you get the understanding that you need and that is required for you to pass this examination.
Yeah, and I also think phase 2 is a great way to kind of take all of those big picture topics we utilized during phase 1 and now really hone in and get into more of those nitty-gritty details or concepts that we want to spend a little bit more time and attention towards. Then finally, we have our phase 3. Let's not forget, phase 3 is PT specific. This is only for physical therapist students. Now, this is our chronic phase. This is really that final push and our wrap up. So since it is the final push, that means that it is that last chance to get our studies in before this upcoming exam. All of your hard work leading up to the exam will help you pass and succeed to become a licensed physical therapist or physical therapy assistant to help you be able to practice as a clinician. So at this point, most students have spent majority of their time reviewing all of those core content areas that David and I have already mentioned upon, which make up the largest portion of the exam. Now it's really time to take a step back, switch our focuses to spending these last few weeks emphasizing those focused topics, be an active learner, review and revise our notes, and spend more time refreshing on any areas of weaknesses that we feel like we need to spend a little bit more time and attention towards.
Time for some motivation. Here is a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. What lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. You have what it takes. You can do this. Your dreams, you can accomplish them. You just have to dig deep and pursue them with everything that you have. You are powerful. You are strong. You are a final frontier warrior. You will pass.
Thank you very much for listening. For more information on the NPTE Final Frontier, please visit npteff.com. You can also check out all of our social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Till next time, have a great day and a powerful tomorrow.